What up, what up? How you guys doing? um, don't panic, I'm here. Dude, glad to hear it, man. Glad to, wouldn't know what to do, you know? Alright. Just made sure the chat worked. Everything's looking alright. Yeah, how is everybody? You know? What's up, Nick? How you doing? How you doing? Hope everybody's had a decent week, you know, with it being Friday. Hope everybody's living well, you know, enjoying the coming weekend.
It's like a curse, but there is hope for you yet.
That just happened 2 days ago, and then it happened again. Appreciate it. This one is all Nick's. Nice. Yeah. I haven't had a chance to go over it, although Nick did send me a message, informing me of a few things. So that was that. But yeah, appreciate it. Let me see. Oh, right. Yeah, so we'll be starting out with the Krasni stuff, knocking that out, and then get into some kind of like world building stuff for Callisto. I think that'd be the best way to handle it. Probably the nicest way of going about it. Yeah. So before we jump into that stuff, let me take a sip of water, you know. Hope everybody's had a good week, you know. Hope the weather's not too bad. Down here it's icy, but you know, other than that, hasn't been too bad the past, you know, few days. So yeah, hoping it's the same for you all. Not too bad. Let's see. Jeez. So, let me take a look. Everything's going alright on my end. Alright. So, yeah, Krasni will be a city that we actually start in this time around with the next series of campaigns. The Saturday group is going to be interacting with the city. At the very least, starting out there. Who knows where it'll go from there? Obviously, that's basically on the player's back as far as, you know, where they go, any of those things, right? So, yeah, this will be a nice. It'll be nice to do this the day before the session 0, you know. so yeah, that's always a nice bonus. So, 1 second. Okay. Right. Hope you're all doing well. Hope everybody's living nice. We can totally blame Nick if it's shit. Exactly, dude. Just like if Vogmodir went south, ooh, you know, the pain would rest on one man's shoulders, you know. So, Nick, are you up to that? You know, are you yeah. Are your shoulders capable of bearing such weight? Right? Ah, cool. Let's see. All right, let me go ahead and get the Discord open. Get everything taken care of from there. Sorry, I'm answering a side message really quick. Just copy paste, all done. Yeah. Instrak with all the ideas. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we got a few. Ugh. Yeah, technically they're all Karth orcs, just as you said. Okay. The first suggestion is from um, the attempted rehabilitator, Chris. And let's see. My God. I'm gonna read this, but I'm not gonna add it. You know. The Krasni Wang Owl. Yeah, you really, you really, no hinge. Yeah, Chris really fucked up his rehabilitation campaign with this one. Unlike most wang owls, this is a bird of the sea. The Krasni wang owl lives and hunts from the sea cliff tops. Its prey of choice is the pink Karth eel. Wow. It has exceptionally large talons for gripping the long, slippery, slender bodies. The folk of Krasni often see wang owls in flight with a long, glistening, moist pink eel thrashing about in its grip. Yeah. Yeah, great, just go ahead and change your name, Chris, back to just unhinged, you know? You're back off the hinge, you know? You're unhinged again. That's it. Oh well. Hey, you know, it was a good while it lasted, you know? Okay. So, let's see. Alright, now we start with... Yeah, I appreciate that, dude. So we start with dehinged, yeah. What is this? Oh. I guess it's like a Krasni private crane. For a second I thought this was birds, but I guess it's not. So what have we got going on with Krasni private cranes? The elite of Krasni have or let, I'm not sure what this is. Have let, okay. The elite of Krasni have built their own cranes in the rocky outcrops so they can move goods and themselves from their docks up to their mansions and palaces. The first and most known is a simple, big wooden platform, once used as a defense platform from raiding pirates. Cool. Nice. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. They had slaves build it. Yeah, the have-let. The let thing really... I guess like they have or let wealthy residents, right, build their own cranes, and that's what I'm going to assume. But nice. Because the elite of Krasni are also... That's... Yeah. We'll say it's a Dutch translation. No, I'm just kidding. No, I like this idea. That maybe there's like just a few, and really they probably leave them... I have to think about this, because this has some implications that are pretty interesting. So it makes you wonder, right? Like, it's basically like an elevator, right? Like a, we're assuming, muscle-powered elevator of some sort. So people can go up and down, right? But, I'm thinking. It's interesting. I like it. Just got here. What did you miss? Nothing too important, I don't think. Just saying what's up, you know? Yeah. Just you know, icy over here. Not sure what the weather is like on your end, you know. Uh, Sorry. Nice. Yeah, so like the elite, the people that live on top, right up near the in the higher parts of the cliffs, have private cranes, right? Yeah, more like adapted from cranes used at the docks instead of nice metal cabins. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's like a like we're hand hand quotation. The yeah. I didn't tell you to unhinge, buddy. Let's not flip the script. I just said you are unhinged. All right, perfect. What is next? Oh, all right. Ordered it. Yeah. Let's say carry your weight. I want to put it in quotation marks because it's kind of like a saying, I suppose, right? So, it is expected for the miners and laborers to carry at least their own weight in goods. A worker who falls beneath this quota is deemed unfit for work and subject to lashings or replacement. Cheating is harshly punished, as it used to be common for carriers to help each other. Nice. Yeah, I like this. Just kind of keeps that whole okay. Nice. Yeah, it keeps that whole like theme of the, I don't know, how would you say it? Like the despot, like, you know, ruler just bearing down on the crushing down on the small people. Yeah, yeah, it's like a saying or tenant, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Very nice. Damn, dude, this literally is all you. I thought it was a fucking I thought that's what like people were just kind of joking about. It is literally just straight up you. Nice. Okay. Up next. The Ntulu Cartel. Ntulu Smelters Cartel, sorry. Ntulu Smelters Cartel. Hey, you know, you snooze, you lose, punks. No, I'm just kidding. Good shit. Especially Matt, though. Fuck you. I'm just kidding. Yeah, all harsh and shit. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. So, the Ntulu Smelters Cartel. A cartel is going to make me... I'm not entirely sure. A majority of the ore is transported to and processed by small sweaty shops. We'll say like sweatshops, right? Under control by the cartel. The ingots are sold at high margins, and some types of metals are controlled nearly completely by them. Cartel has a violent past and is controlled by a single family, the Ntulus, nicknamed the Bloody Salamanders. Matriarch Amelo Ntulu has been the head for 3 decades after a swift coup, limiting 2 other families completely and taking over the turf. The only thing about this is that it kind of, yeah, I'm not sure where salamander come from, right? The Bloody Salamanders. But I'm also thinking, like, would a cartel have power in a, like, would a cartel exist in a city-state that is controlled essentially by a single figurehead, right? Yeah. like I like the phrasing of like the smelters cartel, but I think it would kind of be yeah, I think this would probably be a lot more connected to the I don't know, political, I guess. Yeah, like a nobility run sweatshop, exactly. That's what I'm thinking, right? Like, or nobility run sweatshops. So like what if we just called it like the Krasni Smelters Cartel, right? Um that way it sticks to the city, and then we can do, yeah, the cartel has a violent past and is controlled. Just remove cartel. Well, I think maybe like for in common tongue, or like I don't know, for like commoners, they'd probably refer to it as a cartel, right? Like if somebody was talking about this, they'd probably refer to it as a cartel, right? Or would they? I don't know. I gotta think. There's no internal competition though. Yeah. If it's government run. I like the flavoring here though, right? Like a cartel, like a violent cartel that has control over the ore, right? What if we did something like the Krasni Smelters Union, right? It's like presented as if it's like a, you know, it's presented like it's like a joining of forces or something, but it's actually like a single person. Like yeah, like it's a false front almost, right? Because a good despot is gonna certainly make things look, or at least appear on the outside, as if they aren't 100% like iron-handed, right? At least that's what I think. There are mafias in that region. Yeah, just ran by the cousin of the despot. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll say the Smelters Union, right? It makes it seem like, oh, you know, it's the people of Krasny, right? You know, this is our union. Like, no, it's nope. It's you know, the union, the Crucible, yeah. Like maybe nicknamed the Crucible. Like you don't want to come afoul of the Crucible. That could be pretty cool. I like that. Yeah. We'll say the Crucible. Because there are probably, you know, if it's so one way, there's probably people trying to smuggle in, right? Yeah. Also note that that Nick wrote all these without even listening to the first Krasny stream. Yeah. Sick, dude. Nice. So say that the Union has a violent past and is controlled by. Go ahead and yeah, I think we have to unfortunately cut the last part of it, right? Controlled by the head of state, or I don't know, the despot of Krasny. Yeah, like I like this is probably like the official name, like the Krasny Smelters Union, but like colloquially people like refer to them as like the Crucible, right? Like, you know, don't smuggle in ores because, you know, the Crucible will, you know, look to take their cut, sort of thing, right? Yeah, because even in a like a society like this, I mean, yeah, don't smuggle in whores, right? Lots of poor people working since it's a major export as well. Yeah, exactly. Even if you look at like, if we look at like, you know, like historically, like places that had a lot of like state-owned resources and shit like that, like you know, the Soviet Union. You know, places like this, like they're always kind of undercut with corruption, you know, at certain levels, right? So, yeah. Was they controlled directly by, you know, I'll just say to be determined because I actually don't have a name for the person who runs shit here. Yeah, nice, good shit. All right, up next, dude. Let's see. The sale of mini flags. Sale of mini flags. Let's see. Let's see. Oligarchs. Yeah, it would be like oligarchs. All right. So of the many sails in Krasni, one is particularly colorful. Strung along the docks of the Sargon corsairs, captured flags on ships seized by them are the primary source of this sale, from rival factions long extinct to Dukan flags, from merchants. Nearly all can be found. The corsairs try to actively hunt down flags they don't yet possess. Sargon, the enigmatic, bearded but bald pirate, perished just a few months ago trying to capture a ship of the 13. The faction is still in turmoil, with people supporting his son, Baelith, who has yet to prove himself, or his wife, a fierce fighter, Captain Iltani. Let me think. Strung along the docks of the Sargon corsairs. Krasni loves their rowboats so much they hate sails. Yeah. I like the idea that I read later that they were in league with the 13. Did we decide that Krasni was? I thought it was Helos that was in league. Not necessarily in league, but like open to allowing them to dock and stuff. Yeah, the local ships don't have sails, right? And sorry. Corsairs are essentially like French privateers, right? Am I crazy? Buy me dinner first. Jesus. I believe they were, at least. Basically like yeah, like French privateers. So it's basically just like a fancy word for fancy word for pirates. Yeah, the Barbary Corsairs is my inspiration. Strung along the docks of Sargon, Corsairs capture flags on ships seized by them with promise. Yeah, I like the idea of the sail. Yeah. I got a groan and an oh my god. Yeah. Of the many sails of Krasni. Yeah, I find this one kind of tough because I like the idea, because we have decided that like there are a ton of shades and, you know, like, you know, quote unquote kind of sails visually, but I'm having a hard time placing it where it works directly in Krasni. I want to go ahead and yeah, I think we'll save it, and I'll move it over. I'll kind of like repurpose it for Helos, I think. Or actually, yeah, maybe like split off the pirate part. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, okay. And the pirate thing is elsewhere. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Alright, we'll go ahead and do that then. Put the pirate guy on helos. Yeah. Strung along the docks. Like, we'll say like capture flags. We'll say captured flags seized by the Krasni fleet are the primary source of this flail, right? From rival factions, long extinct, Dukan flags, to merchants. Nearly all can be found. The fleet tries to actively hunt down flags they don't yet possess and display as, I don't know, right? Or they are demasted and the masts with sails are stood on the dock walls as trophies. That could be pretty cool too, right? Like having the whole mast. It almost looks like a wall of, you know. Yeah. Yeah, like proof of their valor or something, right? Say valor and skill. I don't know. More shade as well. Yeah. Having one like gigantic sail though. Yeah, this is like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. We've sunk, you know. You're allowed. Maybe you're allowed in our harbor, right? But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Like, should it be a message to, like, should it be that if you fly any of these flags, you're not allowed? Yeah. On the cliff wall, like a pennant, but it's a load of huge sails. Yeah, I think like you could still, like, if you fly one of these flags, you could still come, but like, you know, we got you in the past, sort of deal, right? Yeah, plus anytime a new one is added, wouldn't it be better? Yeah. It's like they're cooling off under their rival, right? You know? You know, like, you know, that's using them as shade, right? Yeah. Yeah. We'll say, yeah, we'll say, and strung along the outer scaffolding, right, of the poor district that is, we'll say, nearest the sea, right? Your failure brings us comfort, exactly. That's nice. Cool. All right. Up next. Actually, I think this is probably the one we're gonna have to axe completely. Strix Peacekeepers. Krasni is not gonna be the nicest place towards Palebloods and such. So having like an entire unit of peacekeepers that are main, like, of a, I guess, race, I don't know what you want to call it, of a heritage of people that they, you know, actively do not like, I don't think it's gonna unfortunately work. The Strix peacekeepers could work well in like Solarios, maybe. Like maybe they're able to, you know. Strix and Krasni are killed on sight. No, yeah, I think. Yeah, I think. I think this works better in Solarius. Just because that's gonna be like the one place that's like you're fine to come here, so to speak. So, yeah, I can go ahead and I can lump that in with the Hilo stuff as well. Alrighty. Alright. Sorry, just had to do a quick stretch. Alright. So, up next, I think we have another saying. Heading through. Let's go with name your price. I don't know about like dozens of Strix existing in one location, so I have to talk about fine with it, but I'm gonna yeah. It's I just don't think it works in the place that it's at, right? Okay. So, a common saying among the upper echelon of Krasni and people, I assume. They expect everything to have a cost to be able to be paid. Besides the usual things like goods and services, access to a specific mine, the rights to certain designs, or employees. The richest love to do a power trip. They walk the slums with a heavy security detail while purchasing the workshops, children, or food they are about to eat. Oh, children or food? Oh, Jesus Christ. They're about to eat and avail the tempt of charity. Yeah, I like this. That the rich will come down on occasion, and some people think it is like a good thing, right? Like some rich will pay like exorbitant prices, change somebody's life, so to speak. So I like it. It's a nice yeah. Yeah, not my fault you put that armor on. Indeed. Now this guy's trying to make more curses for other people to get fucked over with. Alright, up next, we've got the cursed coin of Farah. Let's see. So. Believed by many to be a myth, an exquisite golden coin, perfectly round, exactly a quarter-inch thick, with the smiling face of ancient Queen Farah on one side and the Storm's Eye on the other. Upon close inspection, this coin appears to be freshly minted. It is said that whoever comes in possession of the coin will lose all their fortune within a fortnight. Skeptics blame paranoia and believe this causes it to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Nice. Yeah, like a random curse kind of artifact that just, that just makes its way around for some reason. Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. Very nice. Yeah, you better be looking at the gold coins you get, dude. Maybe there's like a big attempt at ensuring that you do not get paid with a coin of Farah, That'd be pretty cool. Alright. Yeah, you don't want it to happen. You don't want it to happen again, dude. Yeah, if you see it in your palms, it's too late. Exactly. Oh yeah. So would that would that create like a society of people who don't they don't just take money in their hands? You have to, you have to put it flat so somebody can inspect each coin first. I think that's pretty cool. So nobody in Krasni just hands over coins to each other like hand to hand. It's always openly displayed. I think that's pretty cool. Have a little saucer that they put it on. Yeah, like a little something something. Just to kind of like, hey, I'm not trying to cheat you, right? If they like the money, they'll bundle it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's nice. Good stuff. All right. Heading 3. Shiramese Crypts. Let's see. Deep in their minds. All right. So deep in the mines, during prospecting of existing cavern existing. Wow, holy shit! I looked over and I read something else, and I was, Jesus. I blended 2 words right there. Holy fuck. Deep in the mines, during prospecting of existing caverns, a strange, unnatural passageway was found. Believed to be Shiramese in origin, the despot of the time was summoned as his custom. The High Prince of Krasni, Dewata, was the mines in Dewata? Alright, dude. I don't know if you're fuck with me now. Was an experienced military leader with many victories in the Karth Desert. Nice. Upon entering the caverns, he found a large stone door, quite similar to the ones found in Doldur today. The door frame held several magical torches, emitting a faint but pure white light. Yeah, I expect he's also in denial. Yeah. He's feeling a little depressed, you know. So, opening the door took quite some force, and inside, Dewata saw a staircase leading down, flanked with more of those torches. Despot went down by himself, hoping to claim a treasure rightfully his. Yeah, what a degenerate. Yeah. An hour passed before Dewata reappeared with a 1,000-mile stare. The once feared leader weakly uttered a single word. Seal. Alright. Like the animal, or? As he silently walked up the walkways to the top of the city. Dewata shed a single tear of blood before he walked off the edge. Yeah, like the singer. Yeah. Or like seal it up. Yeah, yeah. That's how I interpreted it. I'm glad it I'm glad I got like several explanations. Nice, dude. Nice. Good shit, guys. Nice. Yeah, I like this. I like this. So, yeah, the Navy SEALs. Yeah, yes. That would. Did he get scared because you saw the U.S. military? Don't dead seal inside. Yeah. Good one, dude. Good one. All right. Nice. We got somebody other than Nick, dude. We got Callum. Good shit. Heading through, we got Soul Wreath. Soul Wreath? I don't know. And now it goes south. Yeah. Now it gets fucked up. Alright. So, Soul Wreath. The name of the biggest and brightest lighthouse of Krasni. Operated solely by the military, there are rumors about the source of its light, as anyone foolish enough to try to go near it gets struck down without so much as a question. Nice. Official line has it that it is a magical light, like in many lighthouses, only larger and indispensable to the city, which is why they cannot let anyone get close enough to attempt to tamper with it. The prevalent theory among the more bright-eyed youngsters, however, is that it uses a soul, a type of mythical gem that supposedly let ancient indigenous tribes navigate the storm of the Sea of Glass unharmed. Dude, pretty nice. The myth goes that the Solris were extracted from the Krasni mines, and that this is still the covert main purpose of the mines today. The more vivid-minded of them claim even that the ruling family of Krasni was one such ancient tribe, and the founders of the city. The older folks in the city see the myth as more of a cautionary tale against heading out towards the desert. If you want to walk out of the storm alive, you need a mythical stone, which doesn't exist. Some of the more cynical claim that it's a tale to weed out anyone stupid enough to entertain notions of venturing into the Sea of Glass. Good stuff. All right. Good shit. Nice. More sinister dispensaries get that good spice. Good spice, you know? Unlike Hilo's dispenser lighthouse, which produces all kinds of shit. Yeah, careful. Yeah. I'm keeping my eyes out. Don't worry. Good shit. I like it. I'm a fan. So Solrith? I don't know. I have to get Callum's pronunciation tomorrow. Insidious. Up next, another classic by our recently unhinged mod, Krasni Ruler Torture. The subject is restrained face down with skin exposed. Over the course of many days, the victim is flicked with wooden rules many times by many torturers until they eventually give it up. Until they ultimately surrender, would you say? Is the yeah, face down, ass up. Something in the tavern inspired this. I suspect beef was its source. Yeah, it sounds like an ultimate surrender joke. Good stuff. All right. Clip that noise. What the... Jesus. It sounds like an ultimate surrender. Yeah. Dude, nobody clips them. Like, you know, I can't clip them. You guys are doing that shit. If you want them heard, you know, if you want them added to the fucking soundboard, you know, you gotta help me out. Can't clip all this shit. I've only got like a few, you know. All right, good stuff. Yeah, Chris has all the mighty recordings. Yeah. Oh yeah, give me that click sound on a soundboard. I'm gonna use it all day. Yeah. Jesus Christ. All right. It will all get archived on YouTube. Yeah, somebody has to do the editing. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Okay. Up next, the Guild of Rock Weavers. Let's see. What the fuck am I pressing? All right. All right. Let's see. So, another Nick classic. The people of Krasni have a proud tradition of keeping track of their lineages and stories. Rock weaving is the act of sculpting and splicing together rocks of different colors to portray portraits of the influential leaders and stories. Faces are built lifelike and appear to come out of the walls. What? And great ships are displayed with entire families. Traditionally, pigments are not used, only the color of the pure rocks used, which allows for tapestries that stand the test of time. Important details like eyes can sometimes be filled with gemstones, though they can more easily go missing. Expeditions are sent to mountains and mesas far away for the sole purpose of finding stone in the appropriate colors. Their guild hall is called the Chronicler's Loom and is used as a showroom and shopping center for the various choices their clientele could make. The loom has a grand entrance, 50 feet up, 30 by 20 meters. Dude, why do you use 50 feet and then meters? What the fuck? Dude, are you European or are you American? No, I'm just kidding. Loom has a grand entrance, 50 feet up, 30 by 20 meters high, and decorated by various legends and myths of Krasni, and can be reached by a spiral slope often used to carry stones up from the docks or mines. Master Chronicler, head of the guild, has their office up in the Rock Weave of Dewata. Rock Weave of Dewata? Dude, you're fucking with me now, for real. With a view inside the guild hall and outside through the tear. Rock weavers wield a cloak with streaks of color, though they are often stained in dust. Due to the cost of rare colors imported from abroad, rock weavers are highly trained as to not waste any materials. Their status among citizens is usually conflicted with cultural and richer inhabitants, having great respect for them in their work, and commoners and pragmatists loathing the high cost. Copycats appear from time to time, ex-construction workers or miners who think they can do it cheaper, but the quality of rock weavers is unmatched. Nice. It's not bad. Again, I think it's probably more in control. But maybe they focus on like sunlight protected colors. Yeah, another thing is like, what if instead of rocks it was glass, right? And they did like stained glass. Because we have like the Sea of Glass right next to where this place is, right? So like maybe instead of like yeah, like instead of like, I guess like right now it would be like statues and stuff like that, you know, like busts and stuff like that. Yeah, glass like chainmail together over their clothes. Yeah, there's diamonds of glass. Dude, that'd be pretty sick. I drew some over that Cloudbeard drawing I did over his armor. Yeah, what was it? It was fucking, I think it was like Game of Thrones had that one chick who had like the I don't know if it was armor or it was definitely like regalia. Polished rock. If they're happy doing it, they could get their rocks off. Yeah, thank you, dude. I appreciate that. I can't find the. I have no idea what this person is referenced as, so I can't find a thing of it. So, what would they be called though? The Guild of Glass Weavers? I don't know. Dave? Yeah, thanks. You're knocking it out of the park with these. Glass Weavers? I don't think Glass Weavers works really. Just send me a pic. Like, yeah, dude. Yeah, I think this would be cool, right? Like it's a ceremonial stuff. They clink when they walk around. You know, clink, 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 clink. Could also have like a real cool wall of glass that shows all kinds of samples in different colors melted together. Yeah, yeah, I think it'd be cool. Yeah. Yeah, the rock thing is I think the rock thing is cool, but I think like rock weavers probably makes more sense for Doldur, and like glass weavers makes more sense for Krasni, just because of where they are. Like yeah, if we I think maybe we already have something like that with Doldur. Am I mistaken? Glass weavers, is that a cool name? Rock weaving had a fantasy ring to it. Yeah, I think we'll definitely do like rock weaving in Doldur though. But yeah, I'm just gonna put glass next to it. It can be profession within Krasni, fairly common within the guild. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. All right, cool. Rock weaving is a thing in the lore of Runeterra. That's League of Legends, right? Oh, right. It's the there's that one character who throws rocks and boulders at people, right? I think I'm gonna say it's like Tart something. I'm crazy. Talia, I think. Yeah, yeah. Throw another rock, girl. Yeah, Talia. There we go. Talia? Talia? Sick. Alright. Glass bending. Yeah, yeah. Now we get like full fucking Naruto shit. Alright. There's this funny image. I was going to talk about it for a second. Am I using Notion? Yes, indeed I am using Notion. Western Arc. Yeah, yeah. I prefer using Notion. Personally, there's a lot of options out there. I don't know, man. Notion just works for me, you know. I don't like the wiki-based ones, or like the what's the there's that one that's pretty popular. Just can't I think Notion for me has been like the best one to settle in with. Yeah. Have a go on, Matt. Appreciate you hanging out. Lure you later. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, plus I get to keep everything private, you know, never share it. Alright, Chris, is the wet run a genuine entry? Because it's written, it's got quite a bit of text to it, but I am also hesitant with any of your entries so far. It's a rite of passage for young and upcoming, for the young and upcoming of Krasni. The wet run. I don't like the name of it. Have I tried World Anvil? I think World Anvil is cool. I like it. It's just I don't like I mean, you have to like pay for a lot of the best features of it, I think, and shit like that. So it's not bad though. Yeah, like it just costs, and you know, I don't have to pay anything with Notion. And there's a lot of stuff for it. I think it's probably great for like people who are doing like book writing and stuff like that. Like if you need if you need certain things, you know, I don't mind it. I don't like to use it. Plus I think it's like, is it all hosted online, right? Like, I mean, I guess Notion kind of is too, somewhat. I don't know. The fact that it's like open to be seen, right? Not entirely sure. I'm a huge fan of that. All right. Cool. I'm gonna assume this is a real one, and we're gonna go ahead and go over it, Chris. I'm just the name really set me back on it for a second. Krasni Wet Run. Right one to say, alright, I appreciate it, dude. I think there's a better name for this, so I leave it to the stream. Alright, we'll come up with a better name then, if we can. Yeah. We'll see if we can. Ah, dude. Now I feel like you did this on purpose to make me have to. You did this on purpose to make me format it. Alright. Ram is having this exact issue. Covered in shit. Yeah, perfect, dude. Alright, dude. Let me get to the next one. Sorry about that. Just gotta copy paste some of these. And then we'll be good to go. Dude. Why did you do this? Here's a future rule. Nobody, do not, under any circumstances, yeah. No, some people like to use like some people like to use bolding, maybe not bolding, but italicizing shit. No more, dude. If you post something italicized, you're done, dude. You're done to me. Italics, yeah, there you go. I fucking hate Italian. So, all right. So, yeah. Well, I'm gonna skip right past it. Okay. So, let's try to find this. Jesus Christ. The Krasni Wet Run. A rite of passage for the young and upcoming of Krasni. Successfully undertaking the wet run will mark a young Krasnite as a person to watch. It will open doors to patronage and development no matter what the level of the young person's origin. Sadly, the deck is stacked against those of lower class or caste, as they lack the diet and wealth to train their bodies to the same level of the wealthier participants. And physical ability is important as wit, will, and fortitude when undertaking the run. The run is held periodically through the year as a group of participants grows. A run will trigger when an arbiter judge has the time to attend and a minimum of 6 people undertaking the challenge. The run starts on one of the outstretched arms of the southern colossi that faces into the harbor of Krasni. The individuals act alone and compete alone. This is not a test of cooperation. It begins with the young Krasnite tombstoning from the hand of the colossus into the harbor below. It is an advantage to do this on a calm day with little ship movement, as the clear water helps them stop the darker depths towards which they must swim. What? Okay. Spot the darker. Yeah, there we go. The competitor must swim into the submerged caves under the harbor and towards the city planning, hoping to enter the flooded section of the catacomb. They swim in mostly darkness with their breath burning in their lungs. They must find air pockets fed by the algae of the seabed. The fissures eroded by the tides that are wide enough to catch a breath but too narrow to climb through. Many do not survive this stage of the run. In the darkness, if something floating in the caves and crevices bumps or blocks your path, then perhaps it is best that it is too dark to see. For those that do not see, let's see. Go down a little bit. Bumps into your path. Bumps or blocks your the path, and perhaps it is best that it is too dark to see. For those that do see, perhaps the shock scares the breath from their chests, adding another floating obstacle for future runners. The determined Krasnite will eventually find the caves turned to dressed stone. Still submerged, but this marks the end of the first torment. The passageway's gradual slope will bring the runner to the surface in darkness. They may breathe, although it will be a must-filled breath. We have entered the labyrinth of the lower catacombs. This stage is a run or shamble through darkness. The lowest levels of the catacombs see no natural light. Those able to afford light of a natural sort that can survive the longer swim will have an advantage here, although they may also see sights as to shake their resolve, I suppose. For as those both blessed and cursed to stumble in the dark, seek a way ever upwards, they may from time to time trip or stumble through objects on the floor. The most pleasant are the dry ones that rattle like wooden pegs over stone. The least pleasant are the moist with decay and hold the stench of death as the runner draws near. Jesus, dude. Those who see with means brought from wealth also see what may befall them. The run goes on. Eventually light enters the labyrinth of the catacombs as the upper levels near the cliff city's surface, yet there's searching to be done to find a large enough egress. For those that pass the water, and for those that pass the dark, and for those that pass the frustration through musty light, there is a final journey in open air in the city. They have escaped the labyrinth. They have touched their own mortality through the mortality of others' failure. They are able to breathe the clean coastal air and walk with pride, knowing that they have succeeded in a challenge that many fail. They have already seen or at least observed death at a young age. They have come close themselves, but triumphed. They now walk with confidence and meet back on the Colossus to take their reward from the Arbiter. A small round brand above the right eye, a symbol of death being outpaced by a runner. So marked, these few will take the zeal for life and success to their future. It is often the case that no runner returns to the Arbiter for their mark. Wow. Good stuff. I do worry that this kills 90% of children in Krasni, according to that last line. Yeah. They need their mine workers, Chris. It's voluntary. Yeah, I think this is... Yeah, I think obviously this would be voluntary. I don't think this is like forced upon, right? This is just for those. The few, the proud, the Marines, you know? This is for those people. God, that was awful. Yeah, I'm back. Hoorah. Yeah. Hoorah, dude. This is the first major quest in Horizon Zero Dawn. Really? Good stuff. Good stuff. I wouldn't know. Dude, not bad. You mean Nick? This was actually Chris, and it had a ton of spelling errors. So. Oh shit, my bad. Western Arc, appreciate the follow, dude. Hope you're living well. Hope you're doing all right. Cheers, boss. Good shit, dude. Okay, good stuff. Let us move forward. Yeah, the wet run is probably not the best name for this, but I do like the concept of it. I'm just not sure what kind of name this place would have, right? The moist jog? No. Yeah, the wet run is what... You know, it's funny because Beef made that joke. The death swim. Yeah, yeah. The blind swim. I don't know. We'll come up with another name. Alright, up next. Armless workers. This seems to be like just a common sight. One of the more gruesome punishment for theft by someone of low status is the amputation of the arms. The arms are sawn off and put on display. The wounds cauterized, but done in a way to give the thief the best chance of survival. The Colossus Run? Yeah, something like that. This way, the person is thought of as incapable of stealing again. The worker can still be deployed, for example, pushing and pulling goods with their body. Some of the cranes employ armless workers. How would the cranes employ armless workers? Mental image I had like people using their arms to lift the cranes. Is it using their bodies to? Yeah, so they crank with their teeth. They crank with their teeth, dude. Jesus Christ. I feel like they get sent to the fucking guild rather than the cranes. The smelters guild. Yeah, yeah. A wheel that gets turned. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. A wheel that gets turned like a Conan style. So they have a harness like oxes do. Nice. Dude, good shit. That's fucked up. But, you know. Oh, I like it's how it's a gruesome punishment for theft by someone of low status. So like rich people who thieve will definitely not get their arms taken. But if you're poor, you're fucked. Jesus. Alright. Alright, we got two more. Two more. If you're noble, you just lose a pinky. Or yeah, or like the tip of your pinky finger, dude. That'd be fucking... That's already a thing, I think. I think it's like a mob thing, if I'm not mistaken. Is it? I don't know. Just the tip. Yeah, there you go. Hilarious. The original comedians in this group, you know? Alright. Okay. Prophecies about the end of Krasni. Damn, dude, you dropping prophecies on us, dude? Alright. Here we go. Here comes the form. Oh, the formatting stayed okay. Nice. Dude, there are multiple prophecies? Damn, dude. Alright. The prophecies about the end of Krasni. There are multiple prophecies about the end of Krasni. Though many are banned or have already passed their time, here's an excerpt of for one banned folktale that could still be heard among miners in private. My dreams are cold, the bay is dry, no one yearns for Sharam's return. My pickaxe will break, the rocks have melted. We have earned Sharam's return. Nice, dude. Nice poetry, you know? Good stuff. All right. Very nice. Yeah, no more italic. If I have to do a bunch of format work, I'm just fucking I'm removing it. It's haram. Yeah, it's all haram. Haram's return. Up next, and the final entry is the despot's sad men. So a masked personal guard of the current despot, the sad men, will get their name for the type of mask they wear. The masks covering their entire face are made of bronze and have the face of a man on the verge of crying. So they're all Fuck. Shit. I can't remember it off the top of my head. Pierrot, I think. Manic depressives. I'm thinking of the sad clown. Yeah, they're all Pierrot, I think. Pierrot? Sad is just the depressed part. Yeah. All faces are the same, so it is hard to identify a single guard based on mask alone. Besides the mask, the guards are also armored in bronze scale mail and armed with iron swords and a pack of javelins that are also used as spears. Sad men have focused tactics, originally to protect the despot, but they have branched out and serve as shock troops as well. Families fear the day sad men come knocking on their door to arrest alleged dissidents. Sad men is good. We like the sad men. All right. Nearly violated rule 3. What's rule 3? I forget my rules. My rules. The juicy sprint. No real world politics or religion? What? What almost violated rule 3? Mentioning Pierrot, the sad. For a twist, you could do crying ladies and have a feminine mask instead. Jesus, Don. Every day, more and more deranged. I have to time you out. Your first thought for sad clown? Oh, Boris? No, I'm just kidding. The sad man made me chuckle. Yeah, it's a funny name. Yeah, yeah, this sort of thing, you know. Careful now, dude. I make the rules. I break the rules, you know. Crying ladies. Yeah, I understand the reference. I'm assuming this is like referencing like the Immortals or like the Persian Saruman. Saruman. Yeah, it's the Saruman. Yeah, the Immortals from 300. Yeah. Like imagining them, but instead of with the mask, they have like sad versions of that. Men of Sorrow. Oh, the Men of Sorrow. That's not bad. Well, I don't think they ever wore masks in real life. Were you there, dude? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That fucking. How stupid would that be, dude? How do you know, dude? Like it's a nickname. No one would call him that. The Troop of Mercy. The Troop of Misery. They didn't. That they wore. Yeah. Dude, some of the mock-ups for the Persian Immortals are fucking sick, dude. Yeah, the sad dudes. Not Hastings, that duck shit we established at the sad fucks. Yeah. They're all eunuchs. It's a sad fuck. Guard is gender neutral. Yeah. The crying guard. Crying guard. Oh shit, it's so sad, fucked. Yeah. Run! The Weeping Guard. Hmm. What else is there? Weeping Wardens. Weeping Watchers. Hmm. Gloom Guard. I think Gloom Guard is a thing already. Yeah. Yeah, I think like the Sadman is like the colloquial thing. But I'm actually thinking like what would like the official name be? I think Sadman just works because it's like the Sadman. Or the Sad Guard. I don't know. Uh uh with like the real one was like Lament or something. I don't know. The Lamenter. The Morning Guard, but it's like MOU. The Morning Guard. I don't know. Lamenters are 40k. Fuck you guys, dude. We can't they can't have everything, dude. They started in the 70s and they admittedly threw a bunch of shit that they don't really care about. Oh, Tears of the High Prince. The Tears? Yeah. Damn, dude. Take it, challenge them. Yeah. I'm taking it back. Dude, I think the Tears is good. The Tears and the Tears. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. The Tears. I like it. Tears of the Desert. Yeah. Call back to the other dude with the blood tear. We're still in the desert, right? Yeah, Krasni's still in the desert. Well, it's like bordering. It's basically on the edge. So what if Yeah, we're on like the coast right next to the desert, basically. So if we So then the Tears is what they're like. What's the official name? Is it the Tears? But people just call them the Sad Men? Or are they colloquial known as the Tears, right? The Tears are coming. And yeah, because if you say the Sad Men are coming, like it's, you know, it's you're asking for trouble, you know? Oh yeah, we could just give them like multiple colloquial names. The Sad Men, right? Watch out, the Sad Men are coming. Sad Men, the Tears. Yeah, and then like, you know. The Tears of Krasni. I don't know. Oh yeah, like yeah, Despot's Tears. Yeah. Despot's Tears. Yeah, that's probably it. There we go. I think we settled. Yeah, because I think if you go all out and you give them like too much of a long name, Krasni does not look like desert on the map. Yeah, I mean it's basically like on the edge though, right? It's probably like Mediterranean, but on the hotter side of Mediterranean, right? It's probably like Greek island. You know, it's not technically desert, but it's pretty rough. Yeah, arid scrub. Yeah. All right. So, I think then we are all set on this week's and Nick's showing out party. We need to name the desert that Helios and Solarius is in. True. With its sand trees. The map has gotten a major update, dude. Don't worry. The Krasni anti-veil touch and that herb discussed earlier world building work well together. What I have to try to remember. Do we still have it here? Not Brevik Krasni. I think I moved everything from here. Right. Yeah. Substances and seas. Okay. Let's see. Liquid veil? Yeah. Made from honey collected by the Green Harvest, known for its veil-touched bees, the honey in itself is fairly benign, though consuming large amounts can have similar effects. Fermenting this honey into mead brings out its true nature. The mead is dark purple with perpetual swirling patterns even at rest. Drinking it reduces sensitivity to pain and causes a sense of euphoria, tastes of black cherries. In regular folk, it can also cause symptoms of veil touched. The effects vary massively depending on the individual. Onset and strength of symptoms generally vary with the quantity drunk. Duration of symptoms varies massively, but generally vary with... Dude, how many times is varied used here? But generally vary with frequency of consumption with risk of permanence. In veil touched, it can suppress their condition. Okay. But it is never permanent. Extreme overconsumption can rarely have opposite effects, with rumors stating that some have lost their humanity altogether as a result, Ifrit turning into flame and being snuffed out like a candle. Yeah, Sylph's gone with the wind. Cool. Lover's grip, dude. Alright. So, the Krasni anti-veil touch and that herb discussed earlier. A varied collab. Oh, like what if there's... You mean like what if there's people that are like more on the elite who maybe use it to occasionally hide, you know, like for brief periods of time whenever they have to meet in public or something like that to hide their nature. That could be pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, they use it to suppress. It could be a dark secret. Yeah. That could be pretty cool. Especially since Veil Touch can be anyone. Yeah. Let's see. I agree. Give it to visitors you want to fuck with. You're a demon. Oh, yeah. Slip it into somebody's drink. Oh my god. Okay. We'll say Krasni and the use of, what do we call this? Liquid veil. Frame up. Yeah. The demon is just hiding its power, right? Yeah. I'll do like a base, right? Like dark secret. But some of the elite are veil touched and can simply afford to hide their affliction through persistent use of liquid veil. How would you make a timeline in Notion? If I wanted to make a timeline in Notion, I think I would start with because you can create sections I would start with a section and then like add pages to it probably, right? That'd probably be how I would do it. I don't know if I would do like yeah. Cause you can add like pages, 2 pages, like it's just simple drag and drop, right? Oh yeah, yeah. Milks fireflies as lighting throughout Krasni. Yeah. That'd be pretty good too. Let's see. Heading 3. Let's say lighting, right? Because they were, yeah, they're basically like immortal. Yeah, as long as they get sun. I'll say like the evening of Krasni is well lit by the many, say, jars, I guess. Carthian, or what I say, Carthian desert flies, maybe? Desert flies? That could be like a cooler, instead of like literally fireflies, if it was like Carthian desert flies. That way it kind of embeds it a bit more into the setting. Or also known as fireflies, right? Expending their days collection. Carth gem beetles. Yeah. It's like Carthian desert flies. I like that name. Tying our old stuff because sometimes I feel like we forget the flora fauna. Yeah, yeah. Especially because I think a lot of flora fauna is like lock specific, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think like the vast majority of it ended up mostly in lock, except for things that I don't know if we really see very often. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But yeah, I feel like let's see. 22 hornets, right? Yeah, if we go to like the resources, let's see. Oh, because I can just find this. The Valdir's, the flying, where is it? Valdiran flying leech. There we go. Yeah, we've got seems to be quite dark during the day, close to the bottom as well. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, because what do we have? We have razor grass and we have razor grass, we have pyrite beetles, gold worms. Oh, pyrite beetles works here very well. Good shit, dude. Gold worms. We have whisper worms, which is a psychic parasite. Which is basically like anxiety turned into a thing. The flying leech, the worms of Karth, ambush predators in the Sea of Glass. And then we have ghost spiders. And lesser whiptails. Cool. Those hounds. Oh yeah, yeah. Those are new. I was looking at the wiki. My bad. Yeah. I was looking at the wiki. So yeah, the rock hounds. Yeah. Yep. All right. Okay. I'll be sure to keep that in mind when I prep for the first session next week. Okay. It has been an hour and a half. I think I have like 15 minutes or so to touch on a few things for Callisto. And then we'll be probably heading on out for the day. Yeah, the eye eating things. Yeah. Yeah. Saturday session 0 tomorrow for sure. Say the clans of Ilgrad. Callisto. So I want to just write down. It's at stream time, right? Yeah. We would start the session 0 at an hour and a half ago. The clans of Ilgrad. Yeah. Callisto. So there are some decisions I would like to make. The war bands of war bands, however you want to call it. They're all the thing. Wait, did that? If I do that? Oh, it goes away. Whoops. Sorry. All right. I didn't realize it took it off my screen. Here, this is just some broad stuff that I want to take care of, and then maybe we'll make this our weekly world building prompt. The goofy troops, yeah. Okay. So, visually, like the visual aesthetic wise, I wanted the orcs and this area, the Callisto game, right, to be the visual aesthetic of the orcs is Roman, right? They have, like Roman style armor, right? They got the big shields, right? They've got the nice armor. I like the mental image of an orc that is dressed like a Roman warrior or officer, right? Late to the party, but hi, hey, what's up, Milk? What's up? You got here for the last 15 minutes. But yeah, I like the mental image of orcs basically looking like, Roman warriors. But to help and kind of push forward the political aspect of everything, I wanted to settle on some themes for the region. In my mind, I've had, like, I want to kind of capture the Legends of the Five Rings, the L5R aspect of, like, court intrigue and, honor and stuff like that. Which period of Rome? Oh yeah, good question, dude. I'm thinking when were they at their, let's see. Let's see, Roman. Here. Probably Imperial Rome, right? Yeah, I think Imperial Rome, that'll be the period we'll be talking about. Post Caesar, lots of stabbing, right? Yeah, maybe you could provide some information as the historian, indeed. No, but I like the idea of at least like the way the clans work and the way, because they are clans, right? That's like one thing that's for sure. But I like the idea of being like a very honor-focused society, and kind of like capturing a little bit of like the warring periods of like feudal Japan, and maybe like having like a similar hierarchical system as like feudal Japan. So visually, aesthetically, they look like post-Marian reforms. That's That's how you sound like right now, dude. Which period of Rome exactly are you speaking about? Post-Marian reforms or pre? You know, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. The Martian. Wait till yeah. Glad he's not on mic. Yeah, no shit. Post-Marian reforms would be the Imperial Roman aesthetic. Yeah. Yeah, dude, there we go. Alright, well, there we go, dude. That's how you sound. Yeah. Sorry, I keep dropping this stuff. Okay. We gotta stop fucking around because I only got like 5 more minutes. Alright. I like the idea of like a feudal Japanese kind of like warring periods sort of system in place. Because I like the idea of like honor and loyalty to whichever clan you choose to be pretty important, right? So I think that's the best opportunity, right, for including some interesting things. But I wanted to get people's feelings on it, because I mean, aesthetically, we already had it figured, right? Roman aesthetic, but do we want something a bit looser, right? I don't know. I think maybe I'll just go with the feudal Jap. Okay, so this is more for me later, like feudal Japan, warring periods, clan drama, right? What period of Japanese history? I already said that. The warring periods. I can give you the actual Japanese warring states period, I guess is technically what it's called. The Sengoku era, between 1467 and 1603. But yeah, all orcs are Roman? I think so. The Shogun orcs. Yeah. Shogun orcs. Okay, so I guess this is I guess I'm doing this all by my lonesome. So feudal Japan, like enter the baths, the aqueducts, the roads, daimyos, right? Daimyos. What other kind of aesthetics are we trying to capture? I love big orcs. All right, I appreciate that. Feudal Japan warring period, warring state period, warring states period. Clan drama, daimyos. I guess we have like a Caesar-esque character, who's like Caesar Shogun, or that sounds kind of interesting. Like, what if the figurehead of like Ilgrad and the orcs is basically like the emperor around this period in the Japanese warring states period? The emperor was basically like a religious figure and basically just like a figurehead for show. The real power was with the shogun. So maybe that is the case, right? Like maybe there's a figurehead player, or not, maybe not a player, I don't know. And then I guess, like, do we allow people to play these characters, right? Like, playable character. I think it should almost be like a group thing. There's a huge thing to put into a player's hands. Yeah. Yeah, not necessarily, but yeah. Because the way it worked, as far as my knowledge is, I would say pretty decent. But essentially, you had the emperor, who was kind of like a religious figurehead, kind of, for the most part out of power range. And then you had the shogun, who was essentially like the general of the Japanese emperor's military. And how it worked, at least back in the day, or up until the kind of peaceful state era, that was like the Tokugawa, up until that point, shogunate, daimyos essentially were completely autonomous, and they ran their area how they wished, but they would supply troops and supply, like, I think, like, resources up to the shogun. I thought it was that shoguns were warlords, like we have the tours defined at the moment. So yeah, they controlled the territory. Yeah, and they had control of like all of the wealth points. And then daimyos had their own separate thing going on. With but they also had a lot of infighting, right? So yeah, I like the idea of like clan drama, like daimyos. So there's people who can play, like you can play like a daimyo, but I guess the question is like, should the main person, should the shogun be like a playable character? I don't know. That seems a little tough, because that position would technically have quite a bit of power. Although if we're going like warring states period, maybe they don't, because everybody is kind of at each other's neck, right? Yeah. A lot of political stuff was on the burn. Well, as long as they respected the emperor. I don't know about that. I think it was more like as long as the emperors respected them. The shogun essentially had their own military, which was probably, I think at the time, probably the most powerful. It's kind of like how it was decided. But then they kind of leached off others to kind of build their force. But yeah. I'll think about this. I'm not entirely sure. I'll come to a decision. I do have to run though, so I think we'll go ahead and call it here. I'm gonna make Ilgrad the world building prompt of this week. And yeah, that'll be the next loregasm. So I'll make Ilgrad and this whole setup wet run names. Yeah. I thought the Colossus run was good. But we'll make this the weekly world building prompt for next week, and we can kind of build off on stuff here. Yeah, up to the players to unite instead of already being united. Exactly. Because we want drama. We don't want, we don't want it to be everybody's having fun, right? We don't want everybody having like, oh, we do nothing. All our decisions are just being peaceful. Like, no, there's war going on. Shit's fucked up. Okay. So thank you all for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a good day or a good weekend, depending on where you are. Tomorrow we'll be doing the session 0 for the Saturday group, which will be not streamed, unfortunately, but coming this Monday will be the first session of our Monday campaign. So if you enjoyed any of this, if you'd like to get involved in the community with world building prompts, world building ideas, every Friday we do these loregasms, as we call them. So if you'd like to have a chance to involve yourself in that, or potentially involve yourself in the Callisto game that is coming up, the best place to be is in the Discord, as it was previously posted. But in any case, thank you all. Hope you have a good day or a good weekend, depending on where you are. And we'll see you Monday, ideally, or we'll see you when we see you. So have a good one, and peace. Later.